There's been no let-up in Israel's attacks on Gaza. Kamal Adwan Hospital in the north of the Strip has been targeted again. Israeli forces also struck a residential building nearby. The hospital director says dozens were injured in the attacks. Earlier, an Israeli airstrike hit a home sheltering displaced people in the area, killing at least 8. In central and southern Gaza, meanwhile, tents in what were supposed to be safe zones came under fire and several people were killed. Northern Gaza has been under Israeli siege for more than 2 months now. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians have been subjected to unrelenting bombing. International organizations have been urging Israel to end its blockade and allow aid deliveries to the area. Joining us now on the phone is Eid Sabbah, who's the director of nursing at Kamal Adwan Hospital in northern Gaza. He's going to be speaking to us through a translator. Thank you very much for being with us on Al Jazeera. We understand that the ICU at Kamal Adwan Hospital was hit in this latest Israeli attack and a fire broke out there. Can you tell us about what happened first?
Yes, this is true. Last night was full of horror at the hospital of Kamal Adwan and the vicinity of Kamal Adwan Hospital because the Israeli bulldozers and military vehicles have progressed towards the hospital and the buildings surrounding the hospital. They have also targeted so many houses from the northern and western sides of the hospital. And they have targeted the family of Battah in the vicinity of the hospital. 15 martyrs have arrived to the hospital, including 6 martyrs from this Al-Battah family. So many people have been wounded. So many people are still under the rubble. Huge fire exchange from the quadcopter, the Israelis on the hospital and the surroundings. Direct fires against the intensive care unit that is full of patients and wounded people. Fire went everywhere in the department of the intensive care unit. Also, the hospital was full of dust, black dust that we almost cannot see what's in front of us. This is the problem there. We don't have oxygen because the oxygen tanks have been targeted.
Mr. Sabbah, can you tell me about how many patients were in the ICU at the time of this strike, and were you able to move them out in time?
There were 4 patients on the ventilators inside the intensive care units, and in total we have 74 wounded and patients inside the different departments of the hospital.
This is a last functioning hospital in northern Gaza, we understand. How many patients are there, and what's left of it after this latest attack? Will you still be able to treat people at Kamal Adwan?
We just help the wounded and the patients in a very primitive way. We don't have central oxygen in the hospital. We have some cylinders that we are about to run out. And the situation is very chaotic in the Kamal Adwan Hospital. We now went back to the very primitive way. We don't have oxygen, we don't have lights, we don't have electricity, and we depend on things that are being used through batteries. The situation is chaotic, is catastrophic. The medical staff are in danger. Dr. Hussam has urged everyone in a video in order to get some help. And the situation was chaotic in the hospital. Now it is very dangerous situation. The medical staff, the nurses, the healthcare people are not in a safe situation. We are all in dangerous situation, and we need to help Kamal Adwan Hospital in a very serious way.
Yeah, a dangerous situation that you described there, indeed. And this is also the case for the rest of northern Gaza, where There's been no food or aid that's gone in 2 months now, an area that is under siege. What has that meant for people who remain in the north?
The situation, as I said, is very chaotic, very catastrophic. We are terribly scared. We are serving the people in a minimal way. We cannot say that we are offering health care services in a proper way at any hospital. Our hospital, Kamal Adwan, was good, but now we are using the minimal methods that we can offer, through which services. We don't have food, we don't have water to drink in the hospital. We don't have food, we don't have flour. We can't eat at the hospital. The patients and the wounded people cannot eat. No electricity, no oxygen. It is a catastrophic situation. It is a crime committed by the Israeli forces. We need help.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, Eid Sabbah, Director of Nursing at Gaza's Kamal Adwan Hospital, the latest health facility to be targeted by the Israelis in northern Gaza.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.